This is the 2020 Cadillac XT6 Premium Luxury, and it costs 60,950 Canadian dollars. As tested, it's just under 70,000 Canadian dollars, and it has a 400 badge on the back that means absolutely nothing. Actually, it's probably a badge just to keep up with the German numbering scheme, but who cares? Under the hood, you get a 3.6-liter V6 engine that makes 310 horsepower and 271 foot-pounds of torque. It's made it to a very smooth 9-speed automatic, which means performance overall is pretty good. The 0 to 100 is impossible to test in these icy, stormy conditions, so that will have to wait for some other time. Performance is not mind-blowing, but then again, in this type of vehicle, which is very comfort-oriented, does it need to be? No. It also has adaptive dampers that respond as you switch between the driving modes. They never get too stiff, they're always comfortable, but they make a little tiny difference in sport mode. It's just a little bit tighter, a little bit. This car is always comfortable, but at the same time, the suspension keeps the car compliant and sure-footed. The funny thing is, if you get the sport model, it actually gets a different all-wheel drive system with twin clutch plates in the back. I really have no idea why they would do that, but the one thing is, for sure, in the driving modes, you can actually put it in tour mode, which makes it only front-wheel drive. I mean, you paid for the all-wheel drive system. Use it. It saves you from the embarrassment of spinning tires when you drive it in front-wheel drive. It's just dumb. Keep it in all-wheel drive, and that's it. End of the story. If you think you're saving gas by doing that, well, think again. Handling-wise, it's not sporty at all. If you push hard, it will lean and understeer, telling you to back off and enjoy the ride instead. And that is exactly what it does best. The steering feels good, has good weight to it. Unfortunately, the telescopic feature doesn't come as close to the driver as I'd like it to. And the brake pedal feels really good and linear. So I'm driving on a gravel, not paved road right now. It's like a back road for a cottage. Seems to be doing fine. It's quite comfortable. Suspension copes with these bumps pretty well. I mean, this is not something that you would take off-roading really, but, for a dirt road, yeah, it's completely fine. The interior looks very nice. Not all the materials are super premium, but the majority of them are. Fit and finish is excellent, and ergonomics, well, it's very well thought through. There's plenty of technology on board, even though it's done in a way that it's not really emphasized and like boom right in your face. It has analog dials with a very nice screen in between. The rear view mirror becomes a screen once you flip the switch, and the wireless charger is almost hidden away, taking none of your valuable space. You get wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, very nice surround cameras, and driving assistance to help you out. Apparently, this car has a video recorder that can record the events and your surroundings around you like Tesla does, but to be honest, I really couldn't get it to work, so sorry. What I did get to work, however, is this amazing and standard equipment Bose Performance Series sound system. It's really loud, has killer sound, the bass is incredible. It's so loud that the whole car just shakes. I mean, if you play it long enough at like full volume, I'm pretty sure the screws holding the dashboard together will come loose and the whole thing will collapse. It's that powerful. A very appreciated feature is the heated steering wheel, the heated and ventilated front seats, and the heated rear captain chairs, which are really nice. The seats are quite comfortable, but they're not exceptional in any way. Roominess is great, except for the third row where headroom is good, but legroom is just okay. However, there's no space to put your feet. There's no gap underneath the seat in front of you, so if you have feet, there's nowhere to put them. The trunk is okay with all the seats up. You get a very clever button to stow the rear seats, and then you get a genuinely massive trunk. The exterior looks very impressive. The front is very new age Cadillac, while the rear gets taillights from their sedan lineup because they don't have those full-length SUV ones. It's a good-looking SUV, and it does look pretty expensive, which I'm assuming is buying criteria for many of you. It's true. Running costs should be pretty reasonable. I mean, this thing uses pretty reliable and tested parts. It's not very thirsty on gas. It's happily running on regular unleaded, and it only used about 12 liters per 100 kilometers on average, which is not that bad. It's more refined than a Durango, less flashy versus an Aviator, not as powerful as its German rivals, but it does feel like a step up from the Korean and Japanese. Its strongest attribute, I'd say, would be that it does feel like a luxurious Cadillac and it's very refined and quiet. The only thing really to hold against it is a not very intelligent all-wheel drive system, and that's pretty much about it. Overall in the segment, I think the Hyundai Palisade is the best buy. It offers everything you need in the segment at a very competitive price. This one is not that much more expensive, which is a really good thing, because if domestic cars do appeal to you, then this one should be pretty high up on your list. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill. Till next time, take care. Oh, it's frozen. Let's see this one. Oh, this one works.
Perfect.